The wind is strong, the water's deep. My heart is heavy and my mind won't sleep. Oh, can you hear?
You know, it's like a youth convention, but not a youth convention.
Because, like, I came in expecting, yeah, I'll learn some, but I'm not sure how much more, like, after, like, years of camp and youth convention, I'm not sure how much this one thing will affect me. And it affected me a lot. Like, it really made me think of how I need to live my life differently than I already have been living it. And, like, how I need to do things different, just start bettering myself and bettering my relationship with God.
Instead of putting groups that know each other together, they put people that you don't know together. So by the end, you're just all one big family.
Sets you up with different people that you don't know from different churches. So I think that helps, like, learn what you're doing there.
And this conference was more about building upon that foundation you already have as a Christian and using it to go out and share that message with others and be a leader for those that are in your age group, that are in, you know, your church and in your communities. One of the things that that Chip talked about was, you know, being a leader where you're planted. You don't have to go out and, you know, move away and do things and be like, I need to get in this situation before I can be a leader. You know, he really talked about being a leader where God has placed you at in your life now.
If you had one word to describe your weekend at 3SLI, what would it be?
Run to you and not turn back.
Can we just delete this one and start over?
Probably truthful, because he didn't like just go around it, and like he just like went straight to the point. He didn't like baby it to us. He just said everything he needed to say, and I feel like I grasped that.
It's not a word that most people use, like kind of like happiness, but like I'd use.
My word would be affirmation.
Motivating.
Thought-provoking.
I'd use the word reset just because it was, you know, it was a chance for me to kind of reset things in my life that had gotten in the way, you know, between me and God and between me and being as a youth leader.
Impactful.
Actually, one of the main things that I didn't talk about that got me like close and got me more into Christianity is realizing, like, with my mom, how she had cancer. I talked to my small group about how since then I decided, like, that's when I needed to take it more seriously and to, like, start coming more and to, like, really apply myself and make a stronger relationship.
For how to pray and how to fast and stuff like that. And level 2 basically focuses on figuring out what type of leader you are and going through a bunch of surveys and taking a bunch of tests in a booklet. And I'm a relational.
What kind of leader I am, which is a relator, and then I am also a balanced leader, and probably the most impacting thing I learned.
The first day was probably the most impactful because the speaker Chip just went like deep into what was going on.
They don't talk down to them. They're not baby. They tell them like it is. They make it real world.
Probably the story with Moses where he had his own wall in front of him, and with that wall he made a path. So you have to kick down that wall, and with that wall you have to make a path.
Because like the story that Chip had, and during the whole 3SLI event was about like a wall, and he set these like 5 cinder blocks down, and he had a couple people come up from the crowd and write things on the cinder blocks and what they've been called by people or what they've like fed, ugly, just any word that you could name. And then he set each cinder block in each corner of the room, and everybody went and wrote down what they've been called. And then at the end, he stacked all of them up, and then he said a couple of scriptures, and then he had everybody, and then he sat them down in a path, and then he said that if there's ever a wall blocking you, that you knock it down and make it a path.
And it really helped me feel like that wall had been, you know, torn down.
And I feel like I probably should work more on the make it your own one. Just like take more responsibility for stuff and try to become the best leader I can be.
In my small group, one of the things I said was with this close relationship with Jesus, you realize that you have more hope and that you pretty much have I don't want to say a set future, but like he has a plan and everything's going to be okay.
Serve where you're planted.
It brought power so that I could learn and listen deeper into the music that I'm playing so I can play it better for others to listen to.
They gave us Play-Doh and had us create things from our past, had us create things that impacted us, and then had us create something about a specific student.
In level 3, we talked about how a lot of times when we pray, we'll just like babble on about stuff that doesn't really have meaning just to make it seem longer, or we'll just repeat what we say like every night. And it's still praying, like you're putting in an effort, but not as much as you should be. Like praying's an actual conversation you're having with God.
And so, it was a good chance for me to be with them this weekend and to kind of reconnect and to allow God to work through the lesson that the speaker had that was, intended for the youth, but I was able to get some stuff out of it as well personally.
Well, they're able to take their story, even if they felt it wasn't a good story. It's still one that other people are going to have. It's still one other people can learn from. And so they were able to take that and use it. One boy in particular said, he's always been in church, so he never thought he needed to share or never thought that it would be worth sharing his story because he didn't feel like it was anything. But there are quite a few people that are the same way. And everyone has a story in how they came to Jesus. And so through learning that, he was able to actually open up and share his story.